Shit. Come on, sound. Come on, sound. Damn it. It's one of those games. My headphones turn off, which they do on by themselves, and I lose the sound of the game. So now I gotta exit the game, restart it. Maybe. Maybe. Not waiting for your glorious life to fuck. My reading skills sucks. Welcome to Avernum 4. This early section is a tutorial to help you get started. First, learn how to move around. Select a spot on the ground and walk there. Alrighty. Alright, now rotate. Alright, select a space on the ground and move there. Select the door to open it and leave. To leave your quarters, you will need to open the door to the east. North is to the upper right, this way, and east is to the lower right. Never eat soggy Wheaties. Select the object, select bosses to search them. Getting items, stand next to the knives and select the chest. Select the item on the ground you want. You step out of the claustrophobic, mildewy quarters into a cramped storeroom. This was the basement of the monastery that occupied this cave before the fort was built. You didn't expect nice lodgings at this stage in your quest. The wealth will come later. This pantry has been a safe place to stow your weapons and armor while you sleep. Before you go upstairs, you should arm yourself. Okie dokie. And your weapons. I remember this. Gee. I've played many games like this. Um, wait. Give you a sword. Let's give you a shield. Give you some gloves, some shoes, a belt. It seems everybody else just gets weapons. You on the ground. Alright, you get a dagger. Ooh, you can wield? Dual wield? No. Let's make sure everybody else has a weapon first. Okay. Everyone has a weapon. The blade in your hand makes you feel much better. Avernum is a poor land. Like most weapons down here, it is dented and dull. However, it will do to fend off angry lizard or hungry slime. You should get the armor and shield from the other table. Also, there is a helmet in the box to the east. Select the box to open it. When you're ready to continue, go through the door. Well, what's the point if I can't equip it? Alright. I think that's it. How to fight. Select the space. Okay, I see it. Select the space the character stands in to attack. Select the space the character stands to attack. Okay. Alright, sorry. You hear stone crumbling and support beams cracking. As you leap backwards, a passage to the south caves in. A cloud of dust blinds you. When your vision clears, figures emerge from the cloud. Invaders. The goblin and two trained war rats manage to burrow inside the basement. Vicious creatures constantly try to sneak into Fort Monastery, causing all sorts of trouble. However, this is the first time that raiders have extended their tunnel under the walls. When a foe attacks you, you enter combat mode automatically. Each of your characters will get a turn, which can be spent moving around, attacking, casting a spell, and so on. To attack a foe, select the spot it is standing in. Got it. Gotcha, bitch. Why? Well, who needs it? This one? You can use magic to efficiently destroy your foes. Why not try it? Press this button to cast a mage spell and try using multiplier. Why? There's nothing around. You just won a battle. Sadly, there are many more to come. You rest for a minute to recover the fight. In the future, when you are tired and damaged from fights, return to a friendly town or fort. You will be healed when you step inside. You can also heal damage with healing potions and magical spells. Right now, you are in combat mode. When you are through fighting, you should end combat. To end combat, press the button to the lower left with crossed swords. Oh, I thought I already did that with the space. F. That's good to know. Alright. Warriors can use disciplines to defeat their foes. Press this button and select a discipline using disciplines fatigue you. Let's get this. Let's get this. The gate ahead is closed. You use the wheel here to seal yourself in the futile hopes that the bars would keep thieving goblins out. At last, the local goblin tribe has sufficiently extended its tunnels to remove all security. Their clan will be a real danger even if the gate remains closed. For now, you can reopen the gate by turning the wheel to the south. Select the wheel to turn it. Okay. Um, this would be south, right? Nope. Consider this south. What is this? I'm gonna assume I don't need it. You see someone in the shadows ahead. You prepare to defend yourself, afraid that more goblins have burrowed in. Then you see that it is a human. It is Maxine, one of the Fort Monastery's precious stonemasons. She smiles nervously when you recognize her, or when she recognizes you. She wants to know what just happened. To speak with her, select her. First things first. Ooh, steel. Alright. Maxine steps out of the shadows, her hammer resting on her shoulder. She is a tall, hardy woman with the pale, translucent skin of the Avernborn. She is a stonemason, and she comes down here to supervise the quarter's expansion often. She is normally cheery and good conversation, but the sounds of your fight echoed upstairs. What was going on? I heard clanging, snarling, a scream or two. Select a response. Goblin burrowed in. Nothing that concerns you. Um, yeah. Why so many pests? Maxine laughs. You will learn. Nothing but pests down here. There's countless miles of tunnels and cave quakes, open more all the time. We will never be able to clear them all. Still, we do have to be cautious. I can't work by myself down here, when a gob might come through the wall at any moment. Um, should be alright. Maxine peers into the darkness, listens to the dripping water and shudders. Clear? Yes. But not for long. Not until Captain Matos can find a way to clear out the gob nest. For now, I'll keep helping in the kitchen. Can't work like this. Why don't you come to the dining hall? Stew is ready soon. She turns to go back upstairs quickly. Sorry. have to sneeze. Ah, you're lucky. I was able to turn off the mic at that time. These are the stairs up to the main floor of this fort. You should probably go upstairs, find Captain Matos, and see if there is any news. You are getting more sick of this basement every time or every day you are trapped here. Walking onto the stairs to climb up. Alright, in a second. I'll be right back. let's continue. You leave the dank basement and enter the main barracks for the fort monastery. The air is fresher up here, and the buildings are slightly more spacious. You've been sleeping in the depths for weeks, waiting for permissions to explore. It's always a relief to emerge into the fort. You're tempted to wander around the fort and speak with people. Maybe you can learn some rumors to find productive work. Captain Matos is at his desk. He is your only hope for getting permission to leave. He's distracted though. You can hear a disturbance outside. People are shouting. When exploring, try holding down the tab key that implies all nearby characters. Okie dokie. I love games that have that. How about does Alt Shift? Where's the key that identifies items? That's the key I want. Well, I guess that's it. It just doesn't give you the name of them. I assume this is probably stealing. At least it lets you look in it. This isn't stealing though. Somebody needs some shoes. You got shoes. You can have shoes. Wait, what was that sword? Anybody else good with a sword? No, that's fine. Captain Matos. You try to talk to Captain Matos, the exhausted leader of this tiny isolated fort. He shakes his head. Not yet. Need to stay alert. The castle crier is outside and he's about to give the rabble the new bad news. You still want a job? Go outside and learn if anything is new. He gives his news by the job board. Okie dokie. Everybody can have shoes. Wait, what was that other shit? Message board. Now that you have made some progress, you should save the game. Saving the game creates a snapshot of your progress. Later you can load the save game. To make and load save games, you press the setting buttons upper right. You can use Command S or Command O to save and load out. Press F3 to make a quick save. F4 to load it. Got it. Finally, the game saves for you automatically every few minutes. If you die, you can always load the autosave. Got it. You approach the gathering in the main training ground. The castle crier is there, ready to give the latest word from the castle. He has been doing this every few days since you arrived. He's a young, nervous man from the Great Cave, native Avernite. Nobody knows how he gets his info. It's a matter of great speculation during the long, boring, quiet hours. He never answers questions. He clears his throat and unrolls a scroll. The unruly crowd instantly quiets. The young crier reads from the scroll. Attention, all brave explorers of remote Avernum. King Starus sends his regards and well wishes. The standard beginning. The sovereign's cease must continue. A quiet groan from the crowd. The negotiations with the Vanahati must continue. Once this is done in the depths, Avernum can settle are established, your explorations may begin. Keep listening. There is a new proclamation. Due to the recent disturbances and unexpected violence, King Starus requests that all stay off the roads. Only travel if absolutely necessary until the source of the disruptions is found. You admire the castle crier's quiet composure as he gives his alarming news. Keep listening. The castle promises to let you know when your exploration can resume. Until then, only those with a letter of passage can travel. He rolls up the scroll. That is all I have to say, all I know. Settle in. The fort is boring, but at least it's safe. He turns to leave. Let's watch the crowd. Bored, angry, frustrated, as usual, but it is impossible to ignore the hints of fresh fear on their faces. I don't really have a question. You turn and go to the crowd. You turn and go as the crowd finally disperses. You look back at the door to the captain's office from which you emerged. Captain Matos is standing in the doorway. He motions with his hand for you to join him. Then he returns to his office. Excuse me. Captain Matos rises from his desk to greet you. He is deathly pale. Like most Avernites, he looks much older than he is. Running Port Monastery has aged him even more. Life is tough in Avernum, even when you aren't out on the frontier. You note that his armor and weapon are old and dented from many minor battles, and some major ones. On the surface, the Empire would have replaced his equipment long ago. Here, in the underworld, you have to make do with what you have. Ah, you're finally up, he growls. Good. You've had enough time to rest and get settled in. Weeks of it. So, what did the crier say? The castle crier said that the sovereign's cease will continue. So you're all still stuck here, eating Avernum's food, brawling and complaining. But that's not all, is it? Everyone sounded angrier than usual. Said there's violent disruptions. Captain Mato nods. There have been. Nothing I can talk about. Not yet. I can only tell those I trust. Perhaps my trust can be earned. Said something about a signing at the castle. Yes, that much promised peace between us and the Vanahati. We're splitting the underworld with them. Royal business. Nothing we can affect. Nothing else of interest. All right. How did the miners and hopeful explorers take the latest bad news? Angry as usual. Huh. As long as they don't try to leave, they are safe here. Not that they appreciate it. I was listening to the crier too. Things are happening in Avernum. Has not given me clear instructions. I need to act. You have been bothering me for work. At least I have some for you. Um, yeah. What do you need me to do? Well, the first step is to get you outfitted. We aren't sent quality gear out here, but we'll spare it a little of what we do have for you. Don't misuse it. There are storage caves at the west end of the fort. There's a bow in one and a potion in the other. Collect them. When you're outfitted, I'll get you started on the next step. Dude, a bow? That's not outfitting us. Did you know that goblins burrow into the basement? Maxine told me. That's part of why I'm acting now. Do you think I'll need more gear than that? Get going. Western storage caves. Alright. Wasn't hearing it. A pillow shop is to the east. A pillow shop is the largest in this particular cave. She buys the treasures found by adventurers here. Then she trades them for supplies that keep the fort going. Turning a nice profit, of course. Explorers in the fort monastery joke that Apollo is the only person who will get rich from your efforts here. You can speak with her to buy supplies and sell trinkets you find during your journey. Right. This is locked. You are at the entrance of one of the storerooms at the west edge of the fort monastery. There are two. Captain Matos has made it clear that any adventurers who borrow supplies from the stores will be kicked out of the fort and left to the mercy for the goblins. Fortunately, he said that you are allowed to poke around inside. If you explore the storerooms, you can find some useful supplies. You can also learn more about the sorts of items in Avernum and how to use them. Woohoo, we got some lockpicks. Ooh, it's expensive. Alright, you're gonna need some gloves. You are going to get that bow. A bow and a few javelins have been left on the table here. Weapons that strike from a distance are very useful, even in the winding tunnel of Avernum. Equip missiles like bows and javelins. Like you equip melee weapons, you use up javelins when you fling them. However, you don't need to worry about finding arrows for bows. Nice. Use the melee missile button to the lower left to toggle between melee and ranged weapons. Got it. Said there was 2 storerooms, did he not? No. No. I'm not going to be a thief yet. There's a pale, sullen man skulking back here in the corner. He is thin even by Evernight standards. He hasn't bathed in a while. He's traveled a long way to be here. He nods at you when you get close. He seems to find you interesting. He says, "Hi, I'm Philip. What brings you out here?" "Family honor." "Tell me about it." "I'm looking for a man named Stanos. He said he was going to marry my sister. He gave him a ring to seal the bargain. Or we gave him a ring to seal the bargain. Then he left, abandoning her. He took the ring with him." "Huh. You came all this way for a ring. Is it magic?" He laughed out loud. "No, of course not. It has been in our family since we were banished to Avernum. It was the only wealth the Empire let us keep. We won't let it remain in treacherous hands. You understand what he means. Family in Avernum are frontier families, stubborn, close, and ready to fight when honor is on the line." "Yeah, it's a long walk for a ring. It may seem foolish, but it is my family's way. Honor no matter what." He stops and thinks. It may be a bit clearer why the Empire was so eager to be rid of us. "What happened to your sister?" "Nothing drastic. At least she isn't expecting. Thank goodness. She made a bad choice. Fortunately, his weakness showed itself. Still, he stole our ring." "Where is Stanos?" "I learned that he is in the settlement of Grindstone to the south. I can't get there because of the goblins. I don't know what to do. Still, it is nice to have someone to talk to about it." "Well, if I see him, maybe I'll get it back." His eyes light up. You suddenly see under the grime how young Philip is. Too young for such a journey. "Thank you. If you could, my family would owe you a debt. Oh, we pay our debts." With that, you bid him good day. Hey, Castle Crier. You approach a Castle Crier who is doing what he usually does when he isn't giving bad news, sitting in the pub and drinking the mushroom ale. When you get close, he waves you away. "You know all I know. Be angry all you want, but leave me be. Talk to Captain Matos if you want adventure." Can I sell all this? Let's go see. Where is it here? You meet a fellow, the ambitious dry goods merchant for Monastery. She is in charge of getting food and easily carrying supplies shipped from Avernum to the port. Then she turns a rich profit off the treasure hunter. She looks like most native Evernites, pale, thin, and wiry. There, with strong muscles built by a lifetime of climbing over boulders and navigating rocky tunnels. She's in a good mood despite the increasing difficulties of getting goods out of here. She smiles. Welcome, bold traveler. Need some equipment? Yeah, I want to sell you some stuff. Um, Sell all junk. Oh, what? Why won't she take it? What do you got? Nothing I really need. Could buy these bastards some gear. I could buy another bow. Okay. Well, everybody should have gear now. And wear that. Put that on. It's a weird way to have to do this. I think that he should have a bow. Seems easier. You can get some gloves. You can have a belt. And some gloves. Who needs the javelins? Alright. Two carefully labeled healing potions and a magic scroll have been left back here, ready to be quickly grabbed before monastery is attacked. Since you bravely slew a goblin in the defense of the fort, you feel entitled to a reward. Using a healing potion will restore some of your health. Using a spell scroll enables you to direct spells against foes. Press the use item button to pick an item up. Items you use a lot can be put in the quick use item slot. To do this, open your inventory and drop items on the quick use slots. You can use them easily by pressing the quick use button. I don't need this shit. I can't sell it, then what's the point? Ooh. You didn't specify. Oh, damn it. I'm a lot of things, but I'm no thief. Not yet, anyway. Special storage authorized entry. Hmm. Locked? Because if it's not locked, seems like it could be a trap. Holding cell. This low cave is full of stagnant water. Choked with slime and moss, it's too dank and smelly for explorers to be stored here. But goblins are not so fussy. There are bent and worn tools on the floor ahead. There must be a waypoint for the goblin sappers who are trying to dig their way into Fort. Captain Matos would definitely like to hear about this. Suddenly you experience several all too familiar sensations. The sound of a collapsing ceiling, a cloud of blinding dust, then several goblins, picks in hand, stumble out of the passage ahead. Where? This way? Alright. Push your abilities. Alright, I changed my mind. Oh, gotcha. What do you got? Ooh, bolt of fire. Ooh, owie. He needs to get better at that. They all do. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Gotcha. What'd you drop? Okay. Shit. What is this? There's another ladder somewhere. Where was that ladder at? Here it is. A couple ladders. Not that one. This one. It's worth money. Wonder how they decide what is stealing and what's not. Alright. Alrighty. That will do it for me today. I have to do other crap today. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll catch you next time. Later.